If you've got a log burner, or if you work on the land forestry, or your back garden, you're a keen gardener, probably use a hatchet. And you'll know that there's nothing worse than having a poor quality hatchet to hand, because it just makes your task much more difficult. This is a brand new one from Roughneck, who have been making outdoor gardening tools, splitting axes, mauls, all that type of equipment for decades. And they've really developed this into a super piece of kit. It's really very well thought out. So straight away you can see we've got an American hickory handle. So that's probably the finest grain wood you can have for a handle on an axe or a hatchet. And then I'm going to go up to the top there. That goes all the way through the head and it's burred off. You can see you've got a cross wedge has gone in there and 2 steel ring wedges as well. So it's really professionally secured, which is essential of a tool of this nature. Now this has a head weight, this is an overall weight of 600 grams, which is about £1.25. So it's traditional sort of weight. It's a DIN standard and it's a very fine quality steel that's been machined and engineered. Comes with a rubber safety guard there, which I'm just going to take off. Nice sharp edge, and you can see it's the offset, traditional, old style hatchet cutting edge there, and you can see it's offset there because as you come down on the swing, you're getting the optimum cut if you're doing any log splitting or taking any branches off. You can see as well on the profile, if you can pick that up on the camera, obviously it's wide around the handle, but it's actually angled and splayed out there. So if you do take a deep cut on a piece of wood, it actually helps to split it up, which is great if you're doing things like kindling. And it's got a machined striking at the back there if you wanted to start off with a bit of a log splitter and you want to tap a log splitter in. Coming down the handle, it's a very sharp blade there, and you can resharpen that and hone that as well. I'm not going to run my finger along that, but you can see that's a very sharp blade. And then it's fully certified wood hickory from a remanaged forest. So you've got all the certification there, so we're not chopping down any rainforests with this one. And fully approved. And again, if you look at the design at the handle at the bottom, you can see that this splays out, and that's because when you're swinging it, the last thing you want to do is it whoomp, comes out mid-swing, and then all of a sudden you're going to have a nasty accident. So that's splayed out there to prevent any splitting or anything like that. There's not a lot else to say. I think it's a super product. It looks fantastic as well, and it just to show that it's sharp. Obviously I'm not going to be able to chop this in half, but it is very sharp. So straight in there, and you can just see with a bit of a swing there, that's gone right into that. Nice and sharp. Really very nice product from Roughneck.